massive thunder and lightning strike. And then the skies cleared, the dark clouds in the distance, and the sun shining on the opposite end of the west. There's a rainbow. I didn't take a picture of the rainbow. I was working. But I wanted to. There was a sign for St. Patrick's Day with a $550 sign-on bonus. A pot of gold and a rainbow, and the two rainbows were the exact same shape and almost as bright as each other. So I clocked out and headed over to the course, just where the end of the rainbow was. There's nobody out there, nobody in the shop. 18 holes all to myself. Tried to stick with what I learned last time.
2K Sports in association with the PGA
Trying to keep my feet stable under me. That was my biggest swing thought.
FedEx Cup. Time now for the third round of the Daybreak Classic. It's set to begin. G'day everyone, Luke Elvey here. Delighted to have your company. Now
Started off well.
2 under par as the action gets underway on 2K Sports.
Couple of fairways in regulation. Tight draw on the par 5 that was headed for a potential eagle, but it just didn't draw enough, and it hit a pine tree and dropped straight down. Couldn't get any spin out of the rough on my recovery shot. Ended up with a long putt for par, and I missed it. They still hadn't mowed the greens, at least not on the front. I could see my footprints as I was walking around.
And let's see what he can do here today.
Hit some good shots. I learned
He's setting up for his second
I wasn't
shot.
going to get as much spin with my 3-wood out of the rough and out of the wet rough, to be exact.
And that one has found its way onto the green. That's a good shot, but some work ahead still. And he's down there. You got a read?
Oh, this is going hard left.
Oh, just missing the birdie there. Just a short putt remaining here.
Got some good pars.
Currently at 11 over for the event.
I got a birdie on 8. I missed some easy putts. It was
And over the
tough.
second we go, and it's a par 4.
It's a big hole. You want to aim it at that waist area down the left-hand side, and from there, your second shot to a green that sits slightly above the fairway.
I didn't power through my putts one time. And it just ended up dreadfully short.
This shot
Started
from
to-
around 210 yards.
Started to understand better that when I had to make the ball go through the heavy rough that was on the greens, I should roll it better and not just force it to go across the green. So I started rolling my putts after I missed a couple of putts. I tried to hit one through this shaggy rough so much that it bounced off the pin, missed my par. But it's not like I could even post the score because nobody's out playing when it's wet like this. I need to ask someone to just go out there and walk with me.
Going with the 4-iron here. That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
I had to use the restroom on the 12th hole. had my shot in the fairway, and I had about 150 to the pin, into the wind, uphill. So I hit a little fade. Didn't give it a lot.
And a par putt awaits him.
And I think I had what I called I nutted it, and just nutted it into the back of the bunker. Ended up having a plugged lie, a fried egg. So
Let's see what happens
it dawned
here
upon
at the
me.
third hole.
A driver not required,
That-
just anything to put your
that's
tee
why they
shot
call
in
them
the
peanuts.
fairway. Second shot will be is shortish in
So,
length, but again, a green that has
pea-powered
runoff areas in all kinds of directions.
energy.
Still a good birdie opportunity.
Just never understood it. I'm
Not
allergic
quite the
to
shot he was
peanuts.
wanting.
What? I can't, what? Why don't I have this skill anymore? Is it because of the lie? I guess I can't hit a power pick. Ha. Still in the sand, technically. And it stayed.
Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long
So
putt.
I set my clubs
All
by
right,
the
Jordan, been working them
restroom.
well all day. Take us through this putt.
I went over to the
left
bunker.
right putt on this one.
Opened up my club face, downhill lie, sloping from my right to my left, and yeah, put it on the green, then a couple feet of the pin, picked it up, went to the restroom. Actually, I think I missed the putt. It was pretty close. I don't know how I missed it. So I didn't have time to play a full 18, but
And this next putt.
I went to the par
that's for bogey.
5. I hit the shortest
And
drive of my
what's
life.
he facing with this putt?
I don't know
It's
how it
13
happened.
feet out. Unlucky for some.
I don't know physically how the club can make a ball go that short. I barely touched it. There was like no club face that hit it. It must have been a fraction of a millimeter of metal on ball. It just like went, I don't know, it like pushed the tee into the ground, and the ball just went like I don't know, 10 feet forward. So I almost went and picked it up, and then I was like, wait, I have to play this thing. So I took out my 3-wood and smashed one about as far as I would normally with my driver. And I got up to my next shot, and I started topping it. So I figured I was trying to hurry because it was starting to get dark. So I slowed down my tempo, and I just crushed one right in front of the green.
Yeah, it's just about 3 feet away.
It's not a long putt, but it will move right to left.
And down it goes. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard.
And I pitched up, and
And now onto the par 4 fourth hole.
it was about a
little
foot
bit of
away.
a shoot type feeling that you have off this tee to a fairway that cambers left to right. Second shot straight back up the hill. You got a little bit of room on the right-hand side that you can
So it was
use
getting really
to
dark,
bank the
so I
ball
walked
back
to the
onto
18th
green.
tee box.
It is a difficult prospect, though.
Checked out if the coast was clear. So I just get a nice smooth tempo, complete my backswing. I thought I hit a great one. It was wet and windy. It hit right in the bunker, right in the fairway bunker. First time I've been in this fairway bunker that I can remember, at least.
It's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
Crucial to save this par.
Our leader is up by 4 shots now.
I always remembered playing my fairway bunker shots. I haven't been in a fairway bunker all year.
And hole number 5 is a par 5. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right
I just
direction
remember
here.
playing slightly back at normal. And this wet sand, it did not work. Yeah, it effectively allowed the ball to push down, and it went right into the lip. It's a pretty lofted club. I mean, I only had 100 yards.
Atta boy, good shot.
So I tried it again.
This is his second shot.
And hit it right into the lip. So it was pretty consistent results. So I was like, okay, well, if slightly back doesn't work, what about slightly forward? And I hit one just about pin high left of the green. So I took out another ball, dropped it, played a little further forward, trying to take just maybe like a fraction of sand before the ball. Fraction of sand after the ball. They were good shots. So I was kind of on the upward. I guess that's the way a good swing promotes a sand shot.
Here's a chance to get up and down from the greenside bunker.
At least out of a fairway bunker. So I did some research, and there's a top 100 LPGA pro that agrees with me. Stop. Dang it. This green is so tough.
This would be a great up and down. Putting now for a bogey. Sitting at 14 over for the event.
The moon was in the back by the tee box. It's a full moon. And the sunset was
And on the tee now,
directly adjacent to
Have a
it.
bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine.
It was a
Again,
beautiful
runoff
evening.
areas both left and right into some pretty deep bunkers. Finding the green in regulation is going to be key.
Going with a 3-wood here. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, guys, he's got about 22 feet to the cup.
Okay, good start at the junction. It's going to indicate right.
Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
I broke a ton.
And as we check the standings, our leader is currently ahead by 4. Next up is this 2-shot hole.
Yes, dog leg from left to right. The longer the hitter, the more of that dog leg they will cut off, reducing the hole in size, which will be helpful because you get to go into this raised green with such a short iron.
And taking aim from around 100 yards here. He's found the surface. Good chance here.
So when I was looking back on it, these top shots really felt like my feet slipped out from underneath me. I even checked my cleats on that short drive. And it felt like I just like slipped and the club went straight up in the air. And same thing happened on the next shot. So I was working on slippery surface. And trying to keep my feet under me was probably the culprit. I noticed my heel was sliding out a ton. So there's a bunch of good drills about what you do with your heel. And I just gotta focus on that, keeping my heel down. I think the few swings I've taken have been pretty good so far.
So close. And that should secure the par on this one. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. We've arrived now on the 8th hole, the par 4.
Only the longest hitters are going to be able to find this green in 2, but if they want to keep it on this green, they're going to need a little bit of luck here because this green, no bunkers surrounding it, but there are very few flat spots around it. If you want to make birdie, you better have a keen short game.
Setting up in the bunker here. And that's safely on the surface, but still some work left with the putter. And he needs this to save par.
Just look at
John,
these
have you got a
breaks.
good read on this one?
Well, if I've read
Greens
this
are
right, I
amazing.
think that I have. It will move out to the left and come back to the right. Let's see how this player deals with it.
It's raining pretty hard today. It's actually snowing quite a bit too. Oh no.
A little bit overzealous there.
All the
A
schools
bogey
were
putter
canceled.
waits.
Car
Sitting
ran
at 15
into
over
a
for the
power
defense.
line and
Always
snapped
like
it
to
in
see
half.
your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Teeing off now on the 9th hole.
Yes, you got deep bunkers both front and back, and the green tends to chase towards them. Anything out to the right-hand side into a little safe zone is what I would call it. That's the play.
Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it.
Also snapped the drainage ditch.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, it's a mid-range 32-foot putt.
Big, sweeping, hooking putt. Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction.
Kind of sounds
Keep
like
it going.
Johnson Wagner. Watched an interesting
Aggressive play
skit
here.
earlier
Going
of
with
the
driver off the tee.
Mentalist.
Just a long straightaway par 5. Really not much to it off the tee.
Some
Second
live
shot,
from
you've
the
got to be
players.
mindful to put it your third shot in a good position to maximize spin so you can control what the golf ball does once it lands on this green.
Second shot here on the 10th hole.
That was a nice shot.
There's some thicker stuff there. Steady on.
No.
That'll work there. His putt is of 9 feet. This would be his first birdie of the day.
Yeah.
John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
It starts out straight enough, this putt, and it should take a little break to the left as it nears the hole.
Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
Your driver not really necessary off this hole. You just need to make sure you find the fairway. From there, you've got 2 bunkers on the left of the green protecting wayward shots and a 3rd back right. This is another solid hole.
Had a ball above my feet. I
This is
decided to
some
hit a
miles
draw
away.
into a front pin location with the wind slightly in my face. I didn't aim far enough right. I don't know why I did that. Fade was the play. Ball up above my feet. Still felt like fade was the play, but I felt the draw. I'd just come off of a really good draw shot on the previous hole. Stuck a 6-iron about 10 feet away. Left my putt like an inch short. Just to finish the front at 1 over. Is I don't know. Ended up on the opposite side of the bunker, the green side bunker, and pitched it over the bunker on the perfect position, trickled down.
Just
That's
take a look
when,
at this
that's
one,
when I
Rich.
hit the pin
Do you
and
think
it
it's
bounced
makeable?
out.
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
I gave that one so much.
That's all right. Still time to make a couple of pars or even a birdie or 2 out there today. Just a short putt. Closes the workout on that hole. Our leader is currently out by 4 strokes as we check the standings. A long par 4 this hole.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Going with the 7. That's disappointing.
Tried to fade it, just didn't make it happen.
It's so weird that
All right.
if you're a natural
Basically all
draw
up and
player,
down
it's
here to save
easier
the
to
par.
play a fade in this game. I don't get it.
On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here. And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
Pretty sure this one's moving to the left.
This next putt is for bogey. Job done. Let's head to the next.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
But not
That's
a good
not
result
good.
there. Second shot here on the 13th. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's got about 27 feet to the cup from here.
It's going to be out of control.
Ooh. 9 feet to the cup.
He's got this for his part.
Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. We've arrived at the par 4 14th hole.
Decisions to be made. Do you take driver and try and fit it around that fairway bunker, or do you take 3-wood and lay it back of it? If you take driver out, you're going to have such an easier second shot. 3-wood, a much longer shot, but there is room to bounce this golf ball into the screen, not as severe on the edges as others.
No. No.
Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. And this one is for bogey. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. This hole is a par 3.
This green is so difficult. It sits above you just enough, and it doesn't look like there's anything there. You're hitting to a wall right in front of you, and all you can see is the golf ball disappearing in every direction other than right in the middle of this green.
Nothing about this makes any sense.
This is visually probably one of the difficult
Why
shots on this course.
is a natural draw path a hook? Nothing about it makes sense at all. Unless my player is a natural fader and then it just sets up every time. I don't know.
Ooh. Just 3 feet to the cup. Okay, let's head to the next. Welcome to the par 4 16th hole.
Okay, so right now he's set up for a draw. You can see everything about it is set up for a draw. Everything except for his feet. His feet look like he's set up to hit a hook. Now it looks like he's set up to hit a hook.
Luke, that's a swing only a mother could love.
Second shot here on the 16th. That's a little untidy. A bit out of shape with that swing. To get the rhythm back. Time now for the 4th shot. That's on the green, but still a fair way from the hole. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
There's a slope here, and it's going to go right to left on the slope.
That one never quite was hit hard enough, was it? He's looking to hold this now for a double bogey. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And it's a 3-stroke advantage for our leader as we head to the next hole. Welcome to the par 3 17th hole.
I cannot look at the 17th hole and not think
So now
about the
he's set
shot
up
that Payne Stewart
to
hit
hit
in there
fade.
back in 1999.
Everything about this
it
says
was
fade.
just glorious. And when you stand on that tee on 17, that's the only image that you want to have. Payne Stewart swinging, balancing, finishing it. Oh, it was artistry at its best.
Perhaps. Nah. I mean, maybe they really want you to draw it.
Looks to be going with the 4-iron. Sadly, in the sand, but a chance to make up for the error. Well, that's step 1 complete, out of the sand, but now faced with a very big putt. Now lining up this putt, still some meat on the bone. Oh, that's a nice looking roll. That one's got some intent. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And he'll drop down the leaderboard after that effort. Let's head to the final hole of this round.
Blind tee shot here for these players. That's the difficulty here. Just pick a spot in the distance and give her a whirl. Second shot up the hill slightly, but do not miss it too far right or you'll find a low area for your second. Anything missing up to the left-hand side could kick back onto the green. And dare I say, finished with a birdie.
Not too sure that was, but that didn't even come close to resembling a golf swing.
Well, let's see how this shot goes from the fairway bunker.
Not as easy and straightforward as yesterday's par, so work to be done.
Lining up from the sand now. And that's safely on the surface. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. He'll be disappointed to finish off the day with a double, but he will if he makes this. And the round is all done now. Well, that was a pretty solid day's effort, all round, and just 18 holes left to play.
My pleasure, my friend. Lots of memorable moments out there today. Hopefully tomorrow can produce much of the same.
I'd really love to give people
I'm
the
Luke
cheat
Elvey,
code,
alongside Rich Beam,
but
and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HP Studios, it's goodbye for now.
I'm just kind of disappointed in this game. But I don't know what the rationale was behind it. And the way they set up players for a draw or a fade.
.2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's time to see who will be crowned champion here at the Daybreak Classic. Luke Elvey here, pleased to have you with us today. It's an exciting event, this one, isn't it? Already made a fast start. Let's see if it continues. Time to catch up with the action out at the 15th.
Alright, let's just hit hooks. I'm tired of trying to draw it and not having what should be a draw on the controller turn out to be, I mean, that's so weird. I don't understand what this cursor means on the ball. As far as, is that just swing path, where your swing path is headed towards the ball?
Opting for the 5-iron. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
And looking for the fade, but finding the straight shot. Not good.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
This is all about momentum. It's a par save.
John, have you got a read on this one?
This one's like a going left to right, it looks like.
And a relatively good putt from that distance.
It's just about 3 feet away. And as we check the standings, our leader has a one-stroke advantage. We've arrived at the 16th, a par 4.
So we're set up for a hook. And even if we try to draw it from this position, it's gonna hook. So the only thing you can do is try to fade it.
Lining up from the sand now.
Now we can hook it on purpose.
I think this one's bound for the rough.
A tough break there. Just getting into that second cut of rough.
Now the lie dictates that it's going to be a fade. So it isn't that big of a deal to hit a hook.
A par putt awaits. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
45 feet to the cup from here, guys. Buckle up.
And down it goes for consecutive bogeys.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
This 17th hole is a par 3.
People talk about Payne Stewart's winning putt on the 18th hole back in 1999, but the swing that he made on 17 that year is the one that every player should envision when they stand on this tee box. It was beautiful. It was artwork. It was poetry in motion. It's how you should swing the golf club. This is the only image in my mind when I play this beautiful par 3.
Oh, whoop.
Found the green side bunker. Looking for an up and down here.
Had to aim for the flop. That sucks. Alright, it wants me to try to draw it out of the trap. No.
And from the bunker here. Oh, little sigh of relief. Happy to be putting again. And he's down there. You got a read?
You know, to my eye, it's looking a little left to right.
So close. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. 2 great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4.
Blind tee shot here for these players. That's the difficulty here. Just pick a spot in the distance and give her a whirl. From there, you actually have an opportunity on a flat-ish kind of green, not nearly as severe as some of the other ones on the golf course. Right-hand side will get a strong workout because that is the most severe. But if you miss it on the left-hand side, you never know. Finish in style with a birdie? Why not?
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Too much.
How close was that to going down? This putt for a final score of 79. He finishes up with a par at the last. And as this event comes to an end, I'm pretty sure this player will be ruining some poor mistakes.
Not stellar by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, it was quite pitiful, to be fair.
I mean, I'm hitting a really good
Well, on
draw
behalf of
right
myself,
now.
Rich Beam,
And I
and
could
all
have
the hard-working
swore
folks at
I
HT
set up this
Studios.
character to
Thanks
be a
for
draw
tuning in, and
character.
We'll see you next
But
time.
instead, he's set up to be a fade character. I don't get it. Well, I realized that everything about me was fundamentally incorrect, so I did the opposite, and it happened to work out. Oh, we're gonna make a video game. Sweet. Rose wants to play me. The Farmer's Insurance Open. Can we just simulate the whole thing? I don't got enough money to improve my character. I can change my irons. I just got new clubs. That's cool. Yeah, nothing I can really do about that. It's so weird that this is a skill. Like a lag putt is just a putt. It's just really, it's a conservative, you have to be especially good putt. All it is line. Wait, what? Didn't they give me new clubs? Are they just wedges? Huh. Just saw it. It said Mizuno gloves. Do I have to buy them separately? Now I just have the chance to buy them? What is this? Wedge. Maybe pitching wedge doesn't count as a wedge. Aha. make me sad sometimes. Oh yeah, what about my player? What are the things? No, I don't want to reset career. I just want to figure out who I am. So weird. Alright, let's go to a fade and see if it's easier to draw the ball. It looks like we're gonna be somewhere in the mountains. Oh dearie. Alright, so well, I tried to kind of go along with what a draw feels like. I mean, it was going from right to left, but it was going really right to left. Fade's so much more easy as far as my controller is concerned. That's a perfect little draw. You don't have to even do anything with it. Oop. A little quick on that one. Dang. There's that hook draw. It's definitely a draw. Oh my goodness. That's what they did. They did a push draw here. They did a, what do they call it? A duffer's draw? I mean, it's an easy way to draw the ball. Huh. Still hooking. Just barely. There we go. Just barely have to draw it like with the controller this way. That's exactly what they did. They made a fader, a drawer, and a drawer fader. I don't know why. I just, that's what they did. It's so weird. I wonder how many people draw and fade the ball incorrectly. Probably everybody. Like, it's just like less than 1% of the pros actually do things correctly. Like all these interviews that Morikawa's been given lately, I'm amazed. I can't believe how poor his argumentative skills are. Like, he's non sequitur, and then He basically upset the whole entire golfing community in this last one. Wind's not going to catch that one. Makes it, yeah, it's actually, I'm able to shot shape easier now, which is nice. Thought I had it. That's a great draw. Spring sale is on right now. You can get Battlefield for $1.99. Like, there's 13,000 people playing it. I don't necessarily want to be one. Thank you. like, oh yeah, let's just go in the trenches for fun. You want to ride a horse and shoot a gun? $1.99. Uh-oh. I forgot to shake the ball. That's the way, like, that's the way that club face is already set. Alright, I'm so angry now. I can't believe this game. I mean, I'd love to explain it to him. I think I'd rather just play real golf and play it well and just everyone be like, how do you do that? And I'd be like, oh, well, you obviously don't know how. And Jim won't let me teach. Yeah, no, Dustin wouldn't let me teach, even though I passed my PAT. I don't think Pat even knew I existed. What are the other guys' names? We went through like 4 head golf professionals, 4 directors. I can see it. Is it Luke? No, he looked like a Luke. Start with a J? Justin? Justin. That was him. Mike probably would have let me teach. He was just there for an operational standpoint. He was just doing dirty work. It's just making us work through our lunches and trying to operate on a shoestring budget. Golf carts that were falling apart. That was the only thing. He was just there to basically take the fall for corporate policies that were driving the place into the ground. I mean, I think 10 years have passed since then. I think I'm allowed to talk about it. I felt bad for the guy. He's a nice man. Could only play a slice. But he played that slice so well, he was a professional at it. Oh well. This game's upsetting. GG's. I'm done with this. Go work out some more. I started off this stream with push-ups, pull downs, getting pretty beefy. But I also ate like 2 Danishes. I ate like 3 Danishes over the last week, and I'm just pudgy as heck now. And I haven't been running, and I had to order oil for my treadmill. It's raining like crazy. I was thinking about taking a bike ride. Rain and biking. I don't know. I don't want to hurt myself anymore. Maybe it'll be sunny this weekend. I can do something.